What's up, DJ Tech Tools? This is Lenny Kaiser, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a pitch build effect using the simple delay in Ableton. Check it out. Okay, so you can see that this effect has a nice uplifting feeling, helps us create tension and contrast right before our drop. So let's get in and build this from scratch. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to create a new return track. And we're going to want to add an instance of the simple delay on that return track. We're going to want to turn the wet dry to 100%. And we're going to want to set the feedback to 95 so that we have a long continuing delay for this. We are going to want to also link the left and the right delay channels so they're delaying at the same time. From here, we also want to set the delay time to 3, which is dotted eighth notes. So on our vocal track, or any vocal track or sample that you want to use for this effect, we need to send a little bit of automation over there. So I'm going to click on my descend to send to this return track. Send a little bit over. Now let's see what we have right now. So you can see already we have a pretty cool effect with this nice long delay, but let's go ahead and spice it up with some pitch rising effect to that. So the interesting thing about how the simple delay works is that if we change the delay time while it's processing audio, we can get some really interesting and abrupt results. And the way the simple delay deals with that, deals with these transitions, is in 3 separate modes. We have repitch, fade, and jump. So with repitch, when the delay time changes, it's going to cause a pitch variation in the signal that's processed by the delay. In the fade, it's going to create a smooth crossfade between the delay time changes. And with jump, it's just going to jump directly to that next delay time. So I'll give you an example of what this sounds like. So we've now switched to repitch mode, and I'm going to change the delay time down here. So the beat offset right here offsets the delayed signal from the original signal itself. So this is normally used to create more of a swung type delay to move your delayed signal a little bit off of the original signal. In this case, we're going to be using this to modify that delay time, creating this pitch rising effect. So from here, we're going to want to group this into an audio effect rack and take the beat offset percentage and map that to macro 1. We're going to want to label this speed because this is going to control the speed of the pitch. And with this knob, if we turn it to the right, the pitch is going to slow down or go down in pitch, and to the left it will go up, creating an uplifting effect. So from there, to spice this effect up some more, let's add an auto filter and set that to high pass. And let's add a reverb. And let's map the cutoff frequency to macro 2 and the wet dry value on the reverb to macro 2 also, so we have a high pass filter and verb. I'm also going to limit the range on the verb to 50% by going into macro map mode there. Let's go ahead and write some automation for this effect. So I'm going to start at my vocal sample here, and I'm going to dial my speed all the way to the right so that the effect is going to be starting with a very low pitch, and we're going to slowly record that, pulling it to the left so we get that pitch rising feeling. So we want to make sure automation arm is on and go ahead and hit record. Okay, and from there, let's go ahead and label our high pass verb and write some automation for that also to create an uplifting and filtering effect. Let's also add a sidechain compressor, or compressor right now that will be triggered by my sidechain up here, which is just happening at the drop. So essentially when our vocal effect builds up and it hits the drop, the sidechaining is going to happen just in that section, so we create this pumping feel at that section. So let's go ahead and change that to a ratio of 4:1, set the sidechain, turn the sidechain on, and select our sidechain source and pull our threshold down a little bit. The other thing we're going to want to do is to add a utility device at the end of this rack, and that's to make up for any gain that we're losing when the effect is building up. So we're going to add a little bit of utility gain automation here so that the signal continues. We're going to add that also after the drop, so our build effect continues on. And I'm also going to make some automation changes for the effect itself, so that after the drop, it continues to get really squirrely and weird and creates a nice effect that keeps going through the rest of the track and transitions well for us. And there you go. Now you know how to use the simple delay in a creative way to create pitch building effects for your productions and also for your live performances. If you liked this tutorial, check out some others of mine here and download the project file for this session so you can practice at home right here. See you next time.